Okay, I am Tom, otherwise known as the Maverick, and this was like the first match I played. It's quite a funny match in StarCraft 2. I am spawning as the blue Terran in the bottom left, and in the top right is Claudio. So he's sending his probe out to obviously get our first pylon so he can get his supply up, and I'm getting my CV. So I didn't know the map, so I didn't know where the ramp was. There's always a ramp leading up to your base or some sort of choke point, which is quite useful. You know, very fast gas because, well, I didn't know why I was getting a fast gas, but it came out quite useful because I started using the Reaper Rush, which was really effective in this match. Reapers aren't usually that effective because they die so quickly. When you first start off StarCraft 2 and multiplayer, you start off with these preliminary rounds, which have easy versions of the maps that you will be playing on, which have destructible rocks in front of your base so that they can't rush you quickly, which means it's easier to play for beginners. And he's getting his gateway and a forge. Not getting a fast zealot, probably because of the the rocks that are in front of your base. You don't need to get that fast thing, so he was saving up for something. So he's building a cybernetic door now, which enables him to get sentries and stalkers, and another pylon. Right down there, I'm getting my tech lab, quite fast tech lab, and I'm not actually getting a orbital command because, again, I say I was new to the game, so didn't know what is going on. 2 Marines and a Marauder, which is quite good. He still hasn't got his first Zealot, which is very unusual. He's building a sentry now, so. And yeah, he's not warping in any more probes. Building 2 cannons. This is again very unusual build, as you don't need those cannons there. Again, with the destructible rocks which are in front of your base, so you don't need them. And my 2 Marines working on this destructible rocks and a Marauder on the way. You've got to like constantly be producing SCVs or probes. There's one working on these rocks, and I'm supply block. There we go. That's a bit better. Now I can continue producing, and then you see my Reapers right there. He is now building a Stargate, which is very common, but you usually have quite a substantial ground force before you should start producing a Stargate or Void Rays. But a lot of Protoss players do go mass Void Rays, so it's quite. Void Rays are very effective when well, against anything really. Another photon cannon blocking off his ramp there, almost. They've nearly finished on the rocks. There we go. Now I'm building my Reapers. See, right here I should have got a second barracks, but instead I got a factory, but that's because I'm taking up quite big, and I'm looking to get my second command center. And yeah, he's now building a fleet beacon, and the only reason why he would be building a fleet beacon is to get the mothership. And I'm gonna give it away. He does actually give the mothership out. He busts it out in this map. So yeah. I really wasn't expecting this, but luckily I do have a couple of ground to air people. I should be getting my mule, but you need a quick mule just to like boost it up. You should always be getting mules, especially if you're Terran. Building another Reaper here, 3 Reapers, and then second barracks. Second barracks should be before. I do not know why I put a mule there. That is probably my fault, obviously. Command center nearly done now, and he is now chrono boosting out that mothership, and you can only have one mothership on the field at a time. Yeah, so he's chrono boosting that out, and yeah, it's halfway done. Well, it's quarter of the way done. Moving my Reapers out, blowing up a few of his pylons there. Reapers do have very good, they're very good against structures, because they have some sort of grenade that they throw at them. See that? Throwing grenades at some sort of, yeah, they don't use guns, they use grenades. And I should have clicked on these buildings to see what he was producing, but I didn't, just went straight for his probes. But he was like, I don't care, my mothership's already building now. So I've got Hellion, got my tech lab now, got on both barracks and on a factory. It's just starting to saturate my second orbital command, and got some marauders moving out now because I thought my push didn't work, so I'm gonna go for his front. And that is nearly done. There we go, there's some mothership just walked in now. Here we go. Here it comes. Cloaks all your units and all your buildings as well. So if I didn't have any detectors, but it doesn't cloak itself though, which is quite weird. So you see the mothership, but you don't see anything else, which is, well, unless you have a detector, which I don't. To get, yeah, you need. I didn't have any sort of, you know, things that are supposed to be good against air. I didn't have any missile turrets or anything like that. I just had a few marines. So that 6 marines, and and that's it. Just pumping out some more marines there. And yeah, I had no idea this was coming. To go around to get my back, get his own back at me. There's 1 void ray and 1 mothership, and that's it. That's it. That's the whole of his army and 1 measly little zealot there. And so I was like, I was feeling very confident. I was like, why doesn't he have any units? I mean, he obviously knew I was a bit of a noob. That's why he went straight for a mothership. I was like, okay, there's a void ray there. And then I saw the mothership, and I was just like, oh wow. I thought I couldn't actually beat this at all. My ground force are moving it away from my base, which is really great. So again, marauders don't shoot air, so I'm basically screwed. I have 1 siege tank, which is stuck. So you can basically tell this is like the most newbie thing. Starting to shoot down his probes there. Should really get these back, otherwise I'm screwed. Yeah, his ray's fully charged. So he's taking so much damage. Look how quickly it's going down just with that, and then we have all this. Starting to move just some of my my ground force back. just some marines, you know. Might work, might not. Yeah, here come my infantry, just shooting them down. Just focus firing down on that mothership. Now void rays are really bad against marines, because I can only fire on 1 of them at a time, and my marines have already taken down his shields and now taken down the mothership. And at this point, he leaves. Just left. And don't go mothership. that's the message of this video. Do not go mothership unless you have at least a few zealots. I mean, you don't just go straight mothership. That's like 6 marines took down a mothership, and that's it. A mothership and a bloody void ray. This is GameBangoutDisorder. Subscribe if you like the videos. I'm Tom, or the Maverick. Yeah, subscribe.